Hello, my name is John Bannon. I'm an attorney and philosopher. In today's video, I'm going to explain a logical proof for Hanssonian superdeterminism. So, this proof does not require knowledge of special relativity or quantum mechanics or physics. This is based on common sense experience. So, Hanssonian superdeterminism says that we live in three dimensions of space and one hidden static dimension of time in a fourth dimensional static block universe without cause and effect in physics. So, here is how you can prove that that is true without using any scientific jargon. So, I've written the proof on the board. It's 10 steps. Number one, movement through any dimension requires the ability to exert force to change one's speed within that dimension. Two, no physical force exists that a person can exert to change their own speed through time. So if you think about your experience of time and your movement through time, there's nothing you can do that will either speed up or slow down time for you. Even under time dilation, the difference in time is for a third person observer in a different frame of reference. But for you, you don't experience any change in time at all. So even if you're traveling, close to the speed of light, and you look at your watch, you don't notice any change in the movement of the hands of the watch. Time for you hasn't changed at all. It's still going at the same rate. Number three, hence, you cannot be an independent mover through time, but a static feature of it. So, because you can't change the speed at which you go through and experience time, then you can't be an independent mover through time. Four, movement through space is defined as the change of location over a specific time interval. So when you move in space from point A to point B, that always requires some interval of time. So movement through space is dependent on some amount of time. Number five, consequently, spatial movement cannot exist independently of temporal progression because your movement through space depends on your movement through time. Six, if your position in time is a fixed static feature of that dimension of time, then every spatial coordinate associated with a specific time coordinate must also be fixed. So, because your spatial movement from point A to point B depends on a time interval, because time is fixed, your experience of time and the rate of time is fixed and you can't change it, then that means that the coordinates of your position in space through a fixed interval of time must also themselves be fixed. Seven, because spatial positions are tied to these static temporal coordinates, then we do not independently move through space either. So, because we do not independently move through time, And because our movement through space is tied to our movement through time, then we cannot independently move through space either. Now, this is not to say that we don't move through space, we do. We just do not independently move through space because time itself is fixed and we cannot independently move through time. Eight, instead, we must be fixed 4D or four-dimensional structures that occupy specific spatial and temporal coordinates simultaneously. So because time is a fixed feature, and as a result, our spatial movement must also be a fixed feature, then we ourselves, moving through time and space, must be a fixed feature of these four dimensions, 3 dimensions of space and 1 dimension of time. 9. Because all events occupy fixed static coordinates in the temporal dimension, then no event possesses power to produce another event through cause and effect. So, since all events are fixed coordinates in 4D space, then they all exist permanently. They're fixed. And as a result, because they already exist, one fixed event cannot cause another fixed event because that other event already exists. How can it cause that which already exists and is fixed? Finally, number 10, an event cannot cause another event that already exists as a permanent fixture of physical reality. What this proves is that we live in a Hanssonian superdeterministic static block universe where all events are fixed in 4 dimensions of space and that there is no way to change anything because there cannot be any cause and effect in physics to allow for change. All right, well, there you go. You didn't need any uh, science or physics to understand logically why we must live in a Hanssonian superdeterministic block universe. Now, I'll give you a second to read the board. Well, I hope you learned something and take care.